Hi, everybody. Today we're talking about the worst movies that I saw in 2023. And I know a lot of people are like weird about this, but it's all in fun. I don't have any animosity to anybody involved in making these movies. It's just my personal opinion, and a lot of people disagree. So that's okay. And I have my best of, and I really enjoy doing that. And let's just talk about my worst movies of 2023. I avoided a lot of bad movies this year. I still saw over 500 films, including old previous releases. And I saw over 300 new releases this year. So I saw a lot of movies, but I avoided like Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and movies like that I just heard were terrible. And so some that are going to be on other people's list, I just didn't see. At number 10, I have Cocaine Bear. I think this is just an example of a one joke movie. It had the joke of the bear on cocaine, and it just wore out its welcome after a while. I just didn't think it was that funny, and so it just didn't do a whole much for me. It could have been like a little skit or something like that, like on YouTube maybe, but for a whole movie, didn't do it for me. Number 9, I have Knock at the Cabin. There are some good performances here. There's some good filmmaking, but I thought that the messaging was really strange, and it was like it was kind of a faith-based film, but it wasn't. And then if it was a faith-based film, I thought it was very strange. I don't know, didn't work for me. Didn't like it. But next, I have Dashing Through the Snow. I really didn't like this Disney Plus offering. I thought that Ludacris felt like he was just reading cue cards the whole time. Like he was just sleepwalking through this, in my opinion. And the little girl was pretty cute, but Lil Rel Howery just doesn't really do it for me. I thought he was very annoying, and the whole movie was annoying. Not for me. Number 7, I have Ferrari. Ferrari, I just thought was kind of terrible. The script was really bad. It was very soapy without being campy or fun. I didn't think the racing was that well done. The VFX weren't that well done. The makeup is impressive, but that's all I've got. And Shailene Woodley was so miscast in this movie, really bad, and no chemistry between Penelope Cruz and Adam Driver, or Adam Driver and Shailene Woodley. It just was bad. And then next, I have The Marvels. The Marvels felt like 5 screenplays shot into a cannon, and then they just abandoned that after a while. It was so messy. Like 1 minute it would be about this singing planet, and the next it's about Captain Marvel and genocide, and then we're back to Nick Fury, and then we're back to genocide, and then we're and it just you had to have watched the shows and keeping track of everything. It was really sloppy. And I just was extremely frustrating as somebody who was a big fan of the MCU and a defender of it for a long time. This was very frustrating. At number 5, I have About My Father. This comedy really fell flat for me. I just felt like it was gross. It wasn't funny. It felt really long, and particularly a scene where he literally cooks their family bird, their peacock, I thought was in very poor taste. And yeah, I hated it. And then number 4, I have The Haunted Mansion. The Haunted Mansion I thought was so boring. I was just totally uninvested in this story. I thought it was bleak and one of the most like downbeat family films I can remember in a long time. Most of the humor I hated. I think that Tiffany Haddish is just wearing on my last nerve. She just was so annoying in this, and the whole cast was really not funny, and it was just really solemn. And why on earth do you have Mary Lou Henner and Winona Ryder like giving a tour of New Orleans at the beginning? Like, what? The whole thing was just baffling and boring, and I hated it. Number 3, I have Trolls Band Together. I really disliked this movie. There's some nice animation, but that's about all I have for it. Poppy was so insufferable in this movie, so annoying. None of the things that we were fed in the trailer really paid off. The relationship with her sister is hardly there. And then the NSYNC reunion was just a total bait and switch, literally like a minute, maybe 30 seconds of the movie, which was very annoying. And I just don't like these Trolls movies. And this one didn't change my mind, that's for sure. Number two, I have Strays. This is another movie, kind of like Cocaine Bear, that had one joke, maybe two jokes, and then just repeated them over and over and over and over again. And it was really gross and it wasn't funny. It was painful. I hated it. And the worst movie that I saw in 2023 was The Family Switch. It took a like a promising concept and just I hated the execution so much. It wasn't funny to me. I thought that most of the jokes were in very poor taste. You got incest jokes, you've got flatulence jokes. They make the teenagers seem like complete idiots, that they wouldn't have any idea of what to do in the bodies of their parents, that they would be totally clueless. And even the stuff I thought for sure, like the baby switching with the dog would be so funny, but even that wasn't funny. It was just terrible. I hated it. So that is the worst movies that I saw in 2023. Let me know what you saw that you didn't like in 2023. I would love to hear your thoughts. And please like this video. Please subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. And check out my best of video and check out the Patreon. I would really appreciate that support. And also my merch store. Lots of fun designs over there. You can get small worthy and frown worthy shirts at the merch store. So take a look at that. And thanks again for a great year. And we'll talk to y'all later. Bye, everyone.